is actually pretty good.
It's
But that's just
shockingly
me.
okay. Go with okay. But you know, I wanted to practice my skating a little bit.
Yeah,
But you know, I got a goal lead. Anyways, you want to do play-by-play?
sure. Alright, so we have Yoda dancing around, turns it over to J Money. Two Deuce passes it back to Jay instead of boosting forward, and Khsora steals it. Khsora up to Zach. They have a 2-on-1 versus Prime. 2-on-2 now. And J Money will block that shot and strip it away from Yoda. Fancy outlets to Two Deuce. Gets it up to Prime, immediately stolen by Zach. Looks like they have Prime playing forward, and J Money is back to defense again. That's an interesting decision.
Very interesting. I mean, let's see if it works out. Let's see if the J Money defense is strong enough.
Maybe maybe Stealth got Zappos. Who
Maybe he
knows?
got benched.
Or benched. Fancy passes to Two Deuce. J Money tries to get it to Prime again, and Zach strips it once again. Stolen again by Prime. Takes a far side shot, and Elder blocks it. We have Yoda in a 2-on-2, goes for the near side, and Fancy just doesn't move. We have Two Deuce dancing around Yoda. Gets it up to Prime. Gets it up to J Money, and he scores. There you go. That's the that's that posting up deal I'm talking about. Like, you don't always have to be open to score. You just have to be ready to pick the puck off of the defender, and that's exactly what Jay did. It was really well done. J Money stealing from Zach. Zach ultimately boosts away, bounces it up for Yoda, but Two Deuce will spam that out. Fancy. We have J Money on offense again, up to Prime. Two Deuce rotating to defense a bit. Maybe they're really worried about just keeping the lead.
I mean, they're ahead. They don't have anything to worry about offensively, so I feel like that's not a bad idea.
Yeah.
You're the defense, you know. Beat the Banditos with their own strategy. There it is.
He is a very good defender. J Money and Prime going forward. 2-on-1 with Khsora. Goes for the top one-timer, and Elder boosts it out of the way. J Money gets a puck again in front of the net, and Zach will come out with it. Zach lobbing a pass forward. I'm not sure. He must have thought Yoda was going to boost, but J Money recovers it. Now we have Two Deuce. Bounces it up for Prime. Prime losing the puck. Yoda recovers, tries to get a quick pass, but J Money intercepts it. J Money up to Two Deuce. J Money on defense now. Going for that traffic pass to Prime. Prime almost gets it in, but Elder just stays on top of where the puck is moving. Ebola passes up to Zach. Down for Yoda. Gets through J Money. Gets it to Zach, but he misses the net on his shot. Now we have J Money coming out of the top right. Boost past Khsora. Takes a near side shot. And that was a great shot. So he just sees the small gap between Elder's stick and the post and just goes for it.
I feel like Elder cheating a little bit, just a little bit, and that's enough. That's enough to squeeze it through. Such vision by the great J Money to see that tiny gap. I did not see that there, but I guess he saw it and he took that shot.
Indeed.
I think Bandito's having a nice pep talk, mid-game pep talk.
Yeah, it seems like instead of having stealth permade, they're doing rotation. And, you know, the beauty of rotation is always you get more open looks on offense. You're basically trading you're trading some safety on defense for some more aggression on offense when you run rotation. So we have Two Deuce and J Money taking turns on defense, just getting the puck forward as fast as possible, and it's working really well. For the first goal especially, the second goal really didn't come from their positioning. It was just Elder not covering the near side, and J Money took advantage of it.
I feel like this game, Banditos are not. They're being pressured a lot, and they're being forced to stay on defense. And
Yeah, they are. I think part of that could come with the Mallrats. They lost the first game, so they're coming into this game thinking like we've got nothing to lose. Like we've already lost. We can't like prove that we're this dominant team. Let's just be aggressive and try to scrap a win. That's exactly what they're doing. J Money has a breakaway, stolen by Khsora, but Prime will recover. Looking for J Money, but Khsora stays on the crease, gets it back, and Yoda has to come in and clear that. Zach and Tudus fighting for this breakaway. Tudus comes out with it. Tudus bounces it around the rounded rink, which we did not have before today, to J Money. J Money tries to pass it to himself off the boards, but he misses, and now we have a 2-on-1, but Yoda's immediately stripped by Tudus. Boosting forward. Taking his time, tries to bounce it up to Prime, but Khsora will ultimately recover this off the boards. Stolen by J Money. J Money being a lot more aggressive this game. I think the team really just told him, like, we haven't been able to score, so we want you to go forward and score as much as possible. And it is working in this game.
oh, Fancy, what are you doing, Keed?
Yeah, that was pretty risky.
Also, I mean, they have Prime in as well, and I feel like usually Prime is more defensive, but this game he's playing super aggressive, and he's letting Kudus and J Money sort of take care of the defense and rotate it back around to him.
Right. J Money taking a far snipe on Elder. Elder force fields that off. Tudus will recover. Tries to find J Money in traffic again, but Yoda will ultimately steal that. We have a loose puck taken by Prime. To Tudus, back to Prime. Back to Tudus. Insik will be proud. And Yoda strips Tudus. He has a one-on-one breakaway with Fancy. Oh man.
Oh, what a save. I mean, that's the risk of rotation. I mean, you get one miscommunication and it's a huge opportunity.
Right. It's a ooh, another good look as we're talking.
Save.
Fancy playing really well this game.
I mean, maybe that J Money BM really got to him.
Maybe. J Money told him that he's gonna get him banned from season 7 if he doesn't step up his game.
Threats, the blackmail.
Get those fabricated APM screenshots.
I mean, that's how you get them.
All right, we have Khsora going forward, bounces it down to Yoda. Yoda looking for Zach. Zach does strip it off the crease, but Tudus comes out with it. J Money to Prime. Prime has a breakaway. Stripped from behind by Yoda. Oh man, Elder comes out
right
and re-steals from the Shark. J Money on offense again. Goes for the near shot, but it is covered by Elder. Elder bounces up to Yoda. They have a 2-on-1. Going for the one-timer. The problem with those kind of one-timers is Zach didn't really commit to the bottom. So when you have two players on the same side of the net and you go for a one-timer, you shouldn't really expect the goalie to move. If you're both on the same side, the goalie just has to stand still and he'll block everything. So now we have the Mallrats up 2-0.
Mallrats really showing that they can take over a game. They needed offense last game, and this game they can't get enough. You know, they're killing it out there.
Yeah, having J Money play as more of a forward seems to be working really well. You know, maybe J Money wants to play offense next season after
You never know.
after production like this. Might be his
Absolutely,
true calling.
good calling. Yeah. I mean, you got a goal horn. You know,
It's very true.
that motivation.
I mean, then again, so does my owner Cubs, and you know.
I mean, it's just great respect out to Cubs. You know, benching himself. I mean,
Nah, I love Cubs.
it's hard to do as an owner. To, you know, do it for the good of the team. Oh,
Ooh,
goodness.
Zach with a snipe. Fancy must have thought that the defense had it blocked, so he just wasn't really worried about it.
Minor misconception right there. But there's still it's a 1 goal game, you know. So
Yeah, the Banditos, they could find some
invigorating.
life here.
They got the momentum on their side, so you know they can see if they can make something happen. Maybe they'll put two deuce on the perma-D, try and shut anything down. We'll see.
We have Prime dancing around Khsora. Khsora will come out with it. Khsora bounces up to Zach, immediately stripped by Tudus. Tudus bounces back up to Prime. Turnover to Zach. Zach has a one-on-one with Tudus. Tries to click through the traffic, but Tudus comes out with it. Ices it up to Yoda, and Yoda then ices it forward to the other team again. And we have J-Money with the puck. J-Money rotating back, sending it up for Prime and Tudus. But Yoda will block that. And we have Zach on another breakaway with J-Money defending. Ooh, he tries to fake bottom and shoot top, but his aim just isn't there.
I mean, Fancy Stone Cold, he wasn't having any of it. So,
Yeah.
I mean, even if it was there, would it have gone in? That's the real question. I guess positioning is very important for a goalie, you know.
Yeah, they're the main issue that Yoda and Zach are both having is their time management hasn't been great in front of the net. They're either shooting too early or they're waiting too long to shoot. And if I had to tell them to work on one thing after these games, that's probably what I would say.
I mean, it's important, you know. If you wait too long, then you get swarmed. But if you're too early, then you don't have any options.
Right.
And it's an easy save.
J-Money looking for the pass. That'll get blocked out by Zach. Khsora trying to get the puck cleared. They get another shot on net somehow, but Elder will block that. We have Yoda on offense, boosting forward, getting on the crease, trying to click it in or find a pass, but that'll get cleared out by Prime. Prime bounces it down, intercepted by Khsora. Zach has another one-on-one, now a two-on-two, but he turns it over to Tudus. Khsora has to boost back for this. He bounces it up to Yoda. 1 minute left, and Zach gets a goal.
Buries that right there. He got the evac that he wanted from Fancy Pants.
Right,
And,
so that was a lot better time management. He sold the fake a lot harder before releasing his other shot. He didn't just do it immediately. That's what you've got to do when you have that much space. J-Money on offense again. Can he get a dagger? Trying multiple times, but Yoda clears it out.
I mean, at this point, if I were the Banditos, I'd just like wait it out for some OT. You know, go into OT.
Yeah, they I don't know though. They have the momentum right now. They've scored 2 in a row. It might be in their favor to try and keep that train going, as the Express might say.
I mean, they're no Express, but I mean, I'm sure they could keep it going. You know, it looks like we're going into OT here anyway, whether they like it or not.
All right, so who would you favor, judging on the experience on both sides, how long they've been playing, how nervous they might get or not get? Who do you think has the edge?
I mean, Elder Sage is an experienced goalie. Fancy Pants, not as experienced. So if I had to go like in a shootout or something, Elder would definitely win in the shootout. But in OT wise, I mean, it's a very high pressure situation here. I feel like everyone's sort of on their nerves, but Banditos definitely have the edge when it comes to experience.
Yeah, that's probably true. You know, Two Deuce has never been like a huge like a carry on his team before. J Money's still a relatively new player compared to some of these other players. Zach very experienced, Elder very experienced.
I
We have
mean,
Yoda
Prime
going
is.
forward.
Oh my, that was an opportunity.
Yeah, Prime is pretty experienced as well. Zach with a breakaway, cleared out by J Money, but Yoda gets it back. Fancy has no abilities, and he's stone cold on the near side. Fancy bounces down to Prime, but that'll get cleared out by Khsora. Khsora back to Elder. Elder passes it all the way up to Zach. He has a 2-on-1, misses the pass to Yoda,
Oh man,
and he definitely wants that one back.
definitely shaking his head if you ask me. You know.
Prime clearing the puck behind their own net. Tries to bounce it up to J Money. He does get there. J Money back to Prime to Two Deuce. Two Deuce in a 1-on-2.
Oh
Oh,
man.
oh! Did that bounce in because of the force field?
Mm-hmm. That definitely. I
Hmm.
mean, maybe not because it wasn't an own goal.
Oh, that's unfortunate. For Elder.
That's a
I
killer.
mean, Two Deuce just takes a snipe, and Elder just hits X barely too late, and because of that, he then has to boost. I mean, with the boost, it's not like you can tell your goalie don't boost if the shot's going in. Like, you have to boost for it anyway. So it's just unfortunate that that bounced in. But hey, it was a great shot by Two Deuce.
Great. That's great.
Sneaks it past Elder. Two Deuce with the crown. He has 16 passes, 79 points, plus 5 in the steals. He did play a lot of defense early on in the game, and I think that's where a lot of that comes from.
Absolutely. I mean, Tudus and J Money definitely did a phenomenal job shutting down the Zack Smack Yoda duo. But
Right.
there was a lot of missed opportunities that Zack and Yoda had. A little bit of off on the passing, and it's just unfortunate that it had to go like that.